Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is time to go live with our final match of the night here for the Dreamhack Winter Qualifiers. This is to settle who is going to be going into Group B and who is going to be going into Group D. So, fun times ahead, guys. Pretty much the battle between who gets the group with Penta, iBuyPower, and Dignitas, and who gets the group with VP, Navi, and MyXMG. So there is actually quite a bit running on this one match here. There is actually quite a bit on the line. So they are deciding to battle it out. Of course, both teams wanted to go for Group B. So in the end, it has to be settled out with this one best of one. So welcome, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Of course, it is happening here on Room on Fire. And we are going to be getting into the action any second now. Going to flip it back over to main. And guess what? Guess what? The map is going to be Cobblestone. What is going on? Cobblestone for a best of one. My mind is blown. My mind is blown. That is definitely really interesting. Best of one format. Group on the line, pretty much to settle it all, and somehow we get Cobble as the decider. Ho! Yeah, was not expecting that one when I loaded into the map. Definitely was not expecting that one. But now, here we go. Here we go. We get to figure it out. What is going to happen now? FLIPSIDE Tactics starting on the CT side. Copenhagen Wolves starting on the T side. And this is going to be it, guys. The match to settle it all. Katie and confirmed bot. Indeed. Let's see. Now, this is going to be it. Oh, man. And it's looking like it is going to be a B rush. It is going to be the B rush coming out here from Copenhagen Wolves. No time wasted at all. And Zenda already starting us off strong with a sick headshot. There's another one. Zenda lighting him up. But then Pimp decides to step in and have his say. Pimp with a double kill, Cadian with one as well. And this is definitely looking like a Copenhagen Wolves party at this point. Dumas is the last man alive here, trying to battle it out with that USP. Runs out of bullets, and it is done. Copenhagen Wolves, the B rush, despite Zenda's best efforts, the B rush happens perfectly. And they get that bomb down in style. So here we have it, guys. Here we have it. The beginning. And just in case you're just now tuning into the stream, welcome, and be sure to activate or make sure that your Twitch account is connected to your Steam account so you guys can be eligible for the drops that are happening between rounds. Of course, there's going to be all those cases and everything, the good stuff, available once again that'll be dropping throughout these matches. So you be sure to make that connection happen. You can do it in the settings on your Twitch page, and good luck with the drops. But Tensky so far, we're following Berg right now because he's just like a ninja in the smoke, and he's actually going to get a catch. He's actually going to get a catch. He's actually going to catch out one of the players. Goes through the smoke, catches Katie in reloading, and there you have it. Flip side, they go for the buy. Pans out okay. Kind of curious why the vote pass thing is still up. That's actually a little buggy. But vote passed. CS, the devs really want to make us understand that the vote is passed. Alright, there we have it. Okay, making sure that the X-ray is toggled on for the GoTV stream as well. Want to make sure that everything is smooth, silky, all that jazz. We lose Twist in the mix, so this is looking like perhaps Copenhagen Wolves want to change things up, shift it over to the A site. But no, guess what? There's a new link between A and B. Now the question is, do they decide to use it? Pimp has found Benji in the meantime, and all three members have rotated over here for FLIPSIDE. So this is looking like a pretty solid defense if Copenhagen Wolves decide to run into it. It could go south for them. But Copenhagen Wolves, man, they're really pacing this out. They're taking their time. Damas is going to walk in, and that pretty much shapes it up. B site, A site. Berg, it's time for the sickest USP action in the history of USPs. It's not meant to be. Glaive is going to Pro 90 you down. And it is over. I have not been drinking with Natu, no. Although he did drop me a message, so I might. But then apparently the player hotel is all the way up in Solna or something. So like basically on the edge of nowhere. So that's what they're telling me, that It's on the other side of town, so maybe I'll go, maybe I won't. I don't know. Not too is worth it. Not too could be worth, like, the long-ass train ride. Alright, so, let's see. Vote passed. Fantastic. Looks like we're resuming. And there we go. Everything is working smoothly once again. But I still remember the night in Paris. It was a beautiful night. Not too. There were many beers. It was a great time at ESWC. But this time it looks like not to. Maybe we'll have to go get the drink because they aren't going to be at Dreamhack. So that could be, you know, no low blow intended. But 3D Max are not going to be at the main event. They just couldn't make it happen today. Now we have the two winners of these matches. Copenhagen Wolves are the culprits. The team responsible for taking 3D Max out of the mix. And now they're battling. They're up 3 rounds right now on their T side, so it's looking pretty darn good for them. But they're going to have to win this buy round here. FLIPSIDE going up to the rifles. Dumas just holding this angle. Very tricky angle as well. You can just barely spot your head once you get close. Can I be going for the pop? No, it's just a smoke. There's the pop. Dumas turns away, and he gets flashed blind. Glaive is just going for it. Tensky's there as well. Great pressure put on here. They do manage to take out Cadian, but they're wrapping back through connector, and Benji's in position to deal with this. He gets spotted out, though, and Tensky's going to manage to do a little bit of damage, or at least set it up so that Kirby can get the job done. This has really turned into a total brawl, however. Just trades left and right, but Copenhagen Wolves doing the important bit, keeping ahead, staying up with the man. And Zenda is now alone, all by his lonesome, 1v2. Bomb not yet planted, but 25 seconds still means that they have some time to play with. Question is, does Zenda find the angle? He spotted the shadow there from Kirby. Decides to go for the fight, gets the headshot, drops Kirby down to 5 HP, but Kirby with that AK, slightly better headshot, and there you go. Is it no X-ray still? I just turned it on and off. I just toggled X-ray on and off. It should be working now. So no, it's on the blue line. Anything on the blue line is in the boonies. Can't go to Solna. Oh man. All right, let's see. Zenda again. He had a great pistol round, but not to be reproduced here. Berg is looking like he wants to try and make that happen, but Tensky's going to shut him down as he tries to push through the smoke. Dumas now the last man here, along with Benji, who's rotating in through, but he'll get spotted by Tensky. And this is definitely looking like Copenhagen Wolves. As far as the T side, I don't know if they've done their homework, but they certainly have got the rushes down. Landing those entry shots and just getting things cleaned up on the sites. But this is now going to be the 6th round. And yes, it is for seeding purposes, essentially. The winner of this match will go into Group B. The loser will go into Group D. No, there is no... The Nip versus Navi game is actually... Is that not... Nip staff versus Navi staff? I'm not sure if that's the case. Or if it's something else. Well, let's see how things go here now, because Glaive continues with the push. Pro 90 straight on Zenda, gets the running headshot, and now he's trying to wrap back around. Berg holding on the other side of the smoke, playing it smartly, going for the nice pop. This could actually set it up here. Copenhagen Wolves again have control of the situation. Dumas does manage to find Cadian in the meantime, stopping him from actually getting that plant. Solid work there. But FLIPSIDE are still on the outside, and this is a tricky position here. Twist looking for a shot with the AWP. He's got that bomb out in the middle of nowhere, and that's going to be the perfect bait for him to manage to draw them out into the open. Now, so long as Twist can stay alive with this AWP, it's a solid position for FLIPSIDE Tactics if they can keep them off that bomb. Benji's got one as well. That double op is so nasty. But there we go. Twist gets baited. They know. They know. And now this is it. There's the shot from Benji. 1 for 1 though. Still just Glaive alive. He's managed to find an AK. Decides to face Benji. Take that shot. And there we go. Finally, at the end of the day, Benji stands tall, lands the shot that he needs to, gets 2 frags in the round, and that is FLIPSIDE Tactics now on the board. They have done it, and they survive with both of the important guns as well. So they have both AWPs. They can drop the rest. They don't care about the rest. They want to make sure that they have the AWPs to play with, to work with here. CT side, a lot of it turns around these AWPs being able to control the space. Lock up on B side at the back of it. Get onto A side. I mean, basically, sniper. This map is a sniper's wet dream. Nice nade, but the angle there, the wall just barely blocks it. Benji going to be able to find an angle here to work if he wants. Twist has already picked off Cadian, so that's the opper down for Copenhagen Wolves, and Benji from on high picks him up, kill in mid there. He may get wrapped around, and he's aware. He's already trying to change up that angle. They're trying to speed up fairly quickly here. We could potentially have a shot coming through from A apartments, but Twist playing connector strong, and it's Dumas who's drawing the fire right now. And this is when it starts to get a little bit out of control. This is when it starts to get a little bit scary if you're playing T side. Kirby's going to find one. Oh, Pimp is going to find another. Berg does manage to return. He was crouching at the back of the site, playing it sneaky. And unfortunately for Pimp, that last bullet did it. He had to reload, and he gets caught out. So this is going to be one hell of a wild ride now. I mean, so long as Copenhagen Wolves can continue dealing damage, can continue picking up frags, it's not the end of the world for Flip. But so long as Flip can hold on to these AWPs, it really isn't the end of the world. If Copenhagen Wolves can turn it into a situation where they can no longer hold on to the AWPs, that's where things are alright. Benji, however, is going to drop right down into the waiting arms of like 4 Copenhagen Wolves members, those, if he decides to go down here. So, bit awkward for him. Hey, look. Pimp is just waiting. He's just waiting. Benji, we know you're up there. Benji, you haven't paid rent. It's time to get out. But they decide to actually back off from this. Benji, man, the patience from him. The patience from him and the idiocy of my coworkers. Like, Pontus is trying to drag a lamp in here because the office lights for some reason don't work. Thanks, Pontus. It's the thought that counts, man. Alright. Oh, man. And he's still here, but he misses the shot. Well, he gets the assassination on Pimp, though. Drops the hammer. Now Cadian alive, alone, lonesome, lonely. Trying to find a shot. And it's not going to happen. Damas is there to shut him out. And there we have it. Flip side. Patience. Patience paying off, basically. And where do Flip... Well, basically, where do Copenhagen Wolves decide to go from here? Because their bank is quickly evaporating. Pontus is just looking out. Pontus is the bro. But the bank for Copenhagen Wolves is not really present anymore. So are they able to actually go for an aggressive play? That's the big curious point. It looks like Cadian is going to lead the charge. They're once again going to go for the rush. Straight through the fire and flames. They're going for it. Onto this site. Can they find the angle? Yes, they can. But Cadian sits down, and that is not the right move. Berg will find the headshot. Berg's going to get another one as well. And Berg persists. Tensky is finally going to take him out. But this is still a man advantage situation here for Flipside. Copenhagen Wolves not quite able to get those favorable trades. And now they're getting bogged down as well. Everybody is here from Flipside. Although Pimp does manage to bring one back. Twist is holding this angle yet again. Goes for the flake. Puts it into the wall. Has the P250. Pimp will take out his teammate. And Pimp just keeping some sick pressure up right now. It's only the 2 oppers left here for Flipside. And that bomb has been planted. So contrary to last time, where they were able to just camp that bomb and keep Copenhagen Wolves pinned, now Flipside, they're in a bit of an awkward spot. Do you retake with the ops? How do you retake with the ops? I mean, you have to retake with the ops. You're already right here. What all Copenhagen Wolves have to do is draw them out. Nice flank there by Pimp. Getting the drop on Twist. Saving 1 AWP. But they have enough for at least 1 op. And it looks like Twist is going to have that one. Benji's going to have an M4. Berg only sitting on the CZ. And this is when things get really scary for Flipside. These Copenhagen Wolves, if they win this round, Flipside, they're back to eco. Hell, potentially double eco territory if they want to get up to ops again. So this is really tough. And Cadian finds that angle on Twist. That's the op down. Now what do Flipside do? They have 2 rifles, a CZ and a Shy. Oh, man. Zenda's going to try and find this clever little angle here, which actually isn't necessarily a bad spot. Right here in the corner, right? So if they have to come walking past to try and get eyes on this site, he's going to be able to jump them. Still a bit tough. It's going to be the rotation coming out here now, though. There's still a minute on this clock. So Copenhagen Wolves, they're throwing some nades. They've got plenty of them, though. They aren't really showing too much here. So FLIPSIDE are just making this call, saying, okay, this is going to be a B play. Tensky gets caught out in the open by Benji. That's a nice kill. But it looks like they want to go through connector, but Demas is already here. Copenhagen Wolves wanting to go for the A split. Glaive needs to land this shot, and he's not going to do it. All of a sudden, we're looking at man advantage here for Flip. But then the flank comes in. And Pimp, man, living up to his name. What a beast. Now Zenda drops the bomb. Oh, but he can't get the follow-up. Pimp and Cadian both there waiting. And that's it. Copenhagen Wolves, they tomb FLIPSIDE. They hold on to the sniper rifle as well. And FLIPSIDE now, you have to go for the eco. 2 rounds in a row after only winning 3. And all of those close rounds as well for Flip. Feel like Cobblestone, or at least what we're seeing right now from Wolves, because there are some set smokes strats that you can run. But it really does feel like what we're seeing from Wolves at least... Oh god, that headshot. What we're seeing from Wolves at least is just brute force. They aren't really going for anything subtle. They're kind of just playing the patience game. God. Let's see it. Twist finds the headshot on Tensky with that AK. We're into a 3-on-3. Bomb has not been planted, but the touchdown nade. The touchdown nade. Right on top of Benji. Sick nade onto Demas as well. And now Glaive and Pimp, they're both alive. And this is going to be the sneak attack here. Demas just trying to work his way forward. He's going to find an AK to work with. Dashes in, picks it up, and actually tries to make a getaway with it. Not going to happen, though. Twist just has enough, though, for an AWP and a flash, and he's going to do just that. Bam. AWP and flash. Glass cannon, though, so a bit scary for him. Yeah, Cadian is having a little bit of a rough time of things, maybe. But still, so long as Pimp is going 16-1-3, I think you're alright. Well, they know now that Twist is holding at the back of the site. And there you go, instant kill coming in from Kierby, who certainly has been playing incredibly well for Copenhagen Wolves. Pimp is going to find another kill there. And just like that, they crack the B side again. They've realized now, the Wolves, they've sensed the weakness in the tactics. And that is that the B site can't quite handle the pressure when it's applied. And now things get a bit difficult here. Cadian, actually, horrible timing for him. Benji could walk right up on him. Pimp may not even expect Benji to be this close. And there you go. Manages to get the drop. But Cadian is going to be in position to cut Benji off, or at least get the flank. And there you have it. Cadian walks right up behind him. Easy frag there. And Copenhagen Wolves are now sitting on 9 rounds. 9 rounds on their C side. This is almost, with how CT-sided Cobble is, at least for now, with how it seems, with how CT-sided it is, this is definitely Copenhagen Wolves pretty much running away with this map to settle who's going to be moving forward and who isn't. At this, I mean, Copenhagen Wolves and 3D Max, that match right there was really the brutal match. Like that was pretty much the 2 favorite teams out of the 4 going at it to begin with. Now FLIPSIDE are definitely putting up one hell of a fight right now, but Copenhagen Wolves, I mean, right now they're pretty much just walking forward and having their way with them round after round, and there isn't a whole lot that FLIPSIDE are able to do, it seems, apart from eat nades and eat bullets. It's not pretty. Tensky will pick that one up, and then Copenhagen Wolves sitting on 10 rounds going into another round here. This is going to be the big buy round for FLIPSIDE. AWP, Benji and Twist, they got it. And I think anybody, at that point, anybody wants Group B. This is why these teams are basically playing out this last map. It's because you want Group B. You've got Penta, you've got a weakened Eye by Power in there. I mean, Group B is looking like the place to be pretty much. I mean, it is definitely a favorable situation if you can get Group B. Group D is not going to be a lot of fun. Navi EVP, like, Odds of getting out of that group, not incredibly high. Alright, well, there's the smoke. Nice play here by Copenhagen Wolves. Again, going with just all-out aggression. Copenhagen Wolves have got 10 rounds in a row now. 10 rounds, well, not 10 rounds in a row, pardon me, but, you know, 5 rounds in a row. About to have 6 rounds in a row. But they've got 10 rounds on this half. I mean, Copenhagen Wolves, they don't need to change up what they're doing. What they're doing is obviously working, so they're just going to keep doing it until FLIPSIDE teach them to respect them a little bit and, you know, basically teach them to change up their game. Copenhagen Wolves can definitely beat iBuyPower and Penta, yeah. Well, certainly because we have no idea how the current iBuyPower is going to perform, seeing as how they've basically removed both of their callers. Both of the guys who called for that team, Steel and Dazed. I mean, Dazed pretty much the caller. Steel stepped in and called for a little bit, but he's gone now as well. So who's actually going to lead that team? Because AZK, Swag, Skadoodle don't exactly... They don't really have that personality that steps in and leads. They're more like the guys who are just... They'll be there to get things done, right? It's really interesting. iBuyPower is going to be a lot of fun to watch as a learning experience, essentially, to see how they go. But likelihood of them getting first seed, for example, not incredibly high. Let's see, Swag, no, Berg, lays down the pain. They take a little bit too long in the drop room, though, and Tensky's just going to mop him up. Tensky and Katie and both. And once again, Twist rotating over from that A side alone. I mean, his teammates are just getting overwhelmed. Misses the shot, gets caught out in the open. And Copenhagen Wolves finish the half 12-3 on their T side. Just, yeah, that scoreline right there. That's like going 12-3 on Nuke as T. That is not... You're supposed to battle to have 3 rounds on T side Cobble. So that's to give you a bit of an idea of how once the ball gets rolling for Copenhagen Wolves, once they had that confidence, there wasn't really any getting it away from them at that point. Rest of the half, they just ran B every time. And FLIPSIDE just could not stop it, could not handle the pressure. When you've got Pimp just sitting on a very healthy 20 frags with 6 deaths, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. 3D Max, certainly. 3D Max, I mean, 3D Max and Copenhagen Wolves are pretty much the 2 top-tier teams. LC, from what I understand, were not expecting, or obviously not, like, none of these teams really were expecting to have this opportunity. I mean, a last call qualifier. So LC, apparently, they had decided that they were going to be on break, basically, and did not practice, did not prepare, did not do anything, really. So going into this qualifier was pretty much like, okay, they come in cold and see what they can do. FLIPSIDE, definitely a team that, you know, have been like keeping on top of things, basically because they have to put in the work right now to get that crack. And here we go, you know, right? They get an opportunity to shine on one of the biggest stage of the year, pretty much the one that's going to close out the year for the majors. So FLIPSIDE now have that opportunity. The one team is, of course, Mousesports, and they aren't here. So that's the big brouhaha. Copenhagen Wolves, 3D Max, Mousesports. That would have been very interesting. And then LC FLIPSIDE, you figure it out. But that's not how it went. And now FLIPSIDE and Copenhagen Wolves are battling it out. The 2 teams that did survive the gauntlet, they did run it. And now they are through the qualifiers and now settling. Who's going to be in Group B? Who's going to be in Group C? And right now, it's looking pretty damn likely that Copenhagen Wolves are going to be able to take that B spot. And are they going to go for the straight pull? No, they're going for the fake. They're going through A apartments into the mid. They're going through the mid right now. This is going to be an A push coming through. And now Pimp, he hears it. He's up in the room. He knows that they're running past. And he's going to be in a pretty good position here to get the flank. He needs to hit this timing perfectly, though. Sneaks past. There you go. 1 kill. Looking for the other one. Just clicking away madly. But now, all of a sudden, FLIPSIDE, they're about to get sandwiched in. Zenda gets picked off by Pimp. Pimp is too hot to handle right now. Demas, Berg, Benji, last guys alive here, and they have to hold on this side. Berg and Berg. This is it. The double B. It's just not lasting, though, and it's not meant to be. Glaive will walk up, but Pimp, the star, Pimp the Star settles it all. That masterful play. Goes back up into his home. Go back where you came from, Pimp. He's like, this is my hood. You know, it's like an episode of Cribs. He's walking us around. Yeah, this is the tapestry I've got up on the wall. Things from the 16th century. But Pimp, man, that was perfect. He calls out to his mates. He says, okay, they're all running through the connector. They're coming up mid. Copenhagen Wolves all rotate through. And then he gets the perfect backstab in. Doesn't get any better than that in a pistol round right there. Pimp with a quad kill, I believe. So just fantastic play. And now FLIPSIDE, they're going to be struggling. They're going to try and rush out through B, but they hesitate a moment, and that may cost them. Kirby on the edge gets caught by Twist. Nice shot there by Twist with the P250. He's getting cut up, though. Cadian is going to be there. Glaive is alive with the Pro 90 as well. Tensky and Glaive split the remaining frags. There you have it, though. Copenhagen Wolves now 2 rounds away from settling this dispute. And we're on the very edge now, having it all sorted out. FLIPSIDE tactics, Copenhagen Wolves, and this is going to be the buy round here. The big gun round for FLIPSIDE. What exactly do they decide to do with it? Well, Benji's got a bit of a cheeky spot if they decide to push forward aggressive. Glaive was looking for the opportunity there. He gets chased away. But they're making good use of their nades so far, Flip, at least. You know, trying to get that initial damage out. Glaive, however, peekaboo moment, and Benji wins. So good headshot there, and that's the entry frag going FLIPSIDE's way. Now, what do we see here? Do they know that Pimp is up? Do they know that Pimp is up here? They do not, it seems, have any idea. They go running right past below him. And again, Pimp, perfect timing. Peekaboo, gets 1 kill. They're going to be trying to come out from A apartments as well. Rotation has already come through here. Pimp hangs around just a little bit too long, but that is still information gained for his teammates. And the bomb goes running past. Now they know that this is an A-side play. Question is, can Copenhagen Wolves retake when they're man down? And they don't exactly have the ideal weaponry for it either. Tensky's got 34 HP and a Pro 90. That's not the best scenario. Mad spray from Kierby with the wallbang. And at this point, Copenhagen Wolves, if they can save the rifle, there you go. Nicely done by Tensky. Darts forward, picks up the FAMAS, drops the Pro 90, and gets out of dodge. And Kierby following suit. This is the right play here for Copenhagen Wolves. At that point, the retake is just not feasible, and it's best for them to hold on to the gear, hold on to the guns. Oh, Kirby. You monster. You devil. You wolf. Now, Tensky should be able to drop the FAMAS. No, he doesn't? That's interesting. Okay. Oh, they're just going to pass around. It's same results, pretty much. He gets full nades. Kirby gets full nades. Everybody gets full nades. Nearly. Yeah. Cadian, light on the flashes. No smokes on Glaive and Pimp. Not the best scenario, but still. The real question here is, how do FLIPSIDE decide to change it up? Bait out into the open. Tensky, bit of nade damage? No, not really. Not a single point of nade damage, in fact. Instead, it's going to be the 1-2 combination up here. Glaive gives away his position, though, and that's going to be painful for him. Dumas is going to get a good punish. Cadian, however, already rotated in, sits down, gets the kill, and that's into a 3-on-3 now. With the bomb making its way into A apartments. So FLIPSIDE, they've decided this is going to be the bomb site for them. For Copenhagen Wolves, it was B. But it looks like for the Flippers, it's going to be that A site. And Cadian walks in and gets shot in the face by Zenda. This is actually looking like a pretty decent position now for FLIPSIDE. Tensky going to catch Benji out in the open, but Benji just manages to get that kill. This is fantastic. Nade, does it do it? Not quite. At this point, there isn't a whole lot that Kirby can do apart from hold on to it. McPlock, I know, that was a bit of a stretch, McPlock's a boy. It was a bit of a stretch. But it had to be done. It had to be done. Now it's Copenhagen Wolves who are actually struggling here somewhat. to lock this down. All of a sudden, Flip, they're looking pretty solid here. Landing the shots when they need to. At least Zenda. Zenda and Benj. They aren't really deciding on the YOLO play. Excuse me, on the YOLO play either. They're really taking their time with this. Benji from on high picks that up. But Twist. Twist has now got his AWP to play with. This isn't too bad a spot. We're looking at Katie in the... Glaive gets spotted out. Glaive is not long for this world. He's got that P2K. If he can find the right angle, if he can find one of the guys who's low. I mean, Demas and Zenda are both so very low right now on FLIPSIDE. But he's not going to find it. They hunt him down. He gets forced out into the open. And there we have it. Unfortunately, the left alt nade camera is... I use left alt to talk. That's my push to talk key, actually. And I don't know which, what they bound left alt, what that was before, right? So, gotta find that. A bit impromptu, though. Copenhagen Wolves. They throw rounds for drops, do you think? Do you really think? That would be amazing if it was the case. Pimp has got a pretty fun spot, though. Smoke is going to go down and block it, though. Basically makes Glaive's position a little bit more healthy. And Pimp will get the entry. Benji, though, does he actually... No. Before I can even finish that sentence. Smoke is going to go down from Pimp. It's going to be kind of tough. Unless he gets, like, the shot of the year right here. If he could find that angle, the shot of the year. That's what I'm saying. The Wolves are really tightening up their game now, but the bomb is making its way over to the B site. They've already got Twist camping here. Kirby may be caught in the corner. Bit of an awkward spot for him. And it looks like Twist knows. No, maybe not. It is a highly likely spot to be holding from, but it looks like it's not going to be the case. Glaive is going to gun down Benji. And now Kirby gets caught, but this is still a situation where Tensky... Basically, Tensky and Kadian have got this site on lockdown. Zenda, he's 1v4. Perfect flash. Glaive peeks behind it. And there we have it. Copenhagen Wolves now on match point. We're 1 round away from securing that spot in Group B. It's not really the case, though. RD. I mean, reality is, Valve foot the bill to get these teams over to the qualifier, so that argument doesn't really apply. Oh man, Pimp. Pimp is having a ball right now. Benji's trying to get him. He's going to catch Kadian instead. And Pimp gets caught by Berg. Whoa, all of a sudden things are shaking up pretty nicely here. Tensky, does he get in position in time? Yes, he does. They can't cross to the site quite yet. Bit of an awkward spot, though. Bit of an obvious spot to be holding from. Glaive is here to help, though. And now the bomb is here. The bomb has made its way. Bit of a spotted movement, but Benji gets spotted out here, and that's the bomb, actually. So this gets a little awkward. Can FLIPSIDE manage it? And in the meantime, Kirby working his way up through mid. They're going to be able to get into solid afterplant positions, however. Twist in this position here is basically going to be a nightmare. How do you get rid of him from A house? You have no nades. Berg is holding this angle as well. Just so difficult now, the retake for Copenhagen Wolves. But Tensky's going to start off strong and take out Benji. Now they know where Berg is. Hiding in this corner. Goes for a bit of the trick flash that sets it up. Kirby sets down, and somehow they both win their duels. Kirby and Glaive both get it done. And they have enough time for the defuse as well. Sick play by Copenhagen Wolves. Incredible performance in the first half on their T side. But then to walk into this and actually lock down the CT side so handily, winning the duels outright in scenarios that I would think favored FLIPSIDE. Very well done by the Danes. That's it. That's settled. Looks like they weren't too interested in having that conversation much longer. It was like, okay, that's it. We're going to get Group B. And FLIPSIDE get maimed in the end. So, there we have it, everybody. That is it for the day here at Room on Fire. We have done the Dreamhack Winter Qualifiers. We now know the 2 teams that are going to be moving on to the main event, the 2 teams that we just got to watch play it out on Cobble. So Copenhagen Wolves, FLIPSIDE, both will be moving on. Group B for Copenhagen Wolves, Group D for FLIPSIDE. But it all kicks off next week, guys. The major, the last major of the year. And it's going to be good times, mighty fine times. But, we'll be releasing a podcast talking about it next week. Be sure to stay tuned to the social media. Room on Fire, at Room on Fire CSGO, I believe. And also, if you guys want to follow, if you guys enjoyed the cast, be sure to follow me at On Fire Semler on Twitter. And follow the channel. Thank you all for subbing as well. Big shout out to the subs. And I think that's going to be it for the day, guys. So if you want to put your stream on low quality, hang around, watch some ads. That does go a long way towards helping us do what we do. Otherwise, it's all good. We'll catch you at Dreamhack next week. But have a great night, guys. Enjoy your weekends. Go wild. Have a great time. And we'll see you all next week at Dreamhack.